Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Now, the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. 8 off it. New Zealand are 171 for none. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that. Chance to run 2. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. Now they scamper through for a single. Good running. Pulled away nicely past square leg. Just the one. That's a boundary save for sure. 4 runs added in the over. New Zealand 175 for none. Drilled that one away.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Oh, that's just outrageous. An absolute screamer, diving away to the side, taking a great catch.
The first wicket gone, the opening partnership is broken. You can see the relief on the bowler's face. Another quick wicket and they'll be into the middle order.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Phillips looked really confident in reviewing that. Did look out to me, though.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble.
Yeah, great decision by the umpire. Challenge wasn't successful.
2 down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
The hat-trick ball. This is the worst time to be coming out to the middle. Misses everything. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Going with pace now.
The medium pacer is coming into the attack.
Late cut, straight to the fielder. Couldn't get it through the field.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. They've gone up here.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Caught, gone. Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty. Shut up from the south end. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Shut up from the south end. On that nicely, good defence. That's a stunning stop. That was going all the way otherwise. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. No, no, no. Terrible shot. Nearly gets the edge. Shatter with a great delivery there. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. End of the over. 1 from it. New Zealand are 164 for none. Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary.
That was just a super shot. The delivery was fine, great line and length, but just put away.
Azam, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Whacked away.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Well, that was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Got on the inside and played that wonderfully. Fielder needs to work hard to stop that.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do other than watch the ball go all over the ground. Couldn't get it through the field. Chance to run two. Dug that out well. Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully. Oh, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. What a superb delivery. Too good. Just didn't know where it was going and knocked him over.
The first wicket gone, the opening partnership is broken. You can see the relief on the bowler's face. Another quick wicket and they'll be into the middle order.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. New Zealand 183 for 1. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end. Nicely played. Just runs 1. That's a boundary save for sure. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Great shot. Rode the ball up with him and cut through point.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. What a shot. He hit that one hard. No need to run.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Back-to-back boundaries. Can they make it 3 in a row and really put the bowler on the back foot? Oh, the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Swept away, but finds the fielder.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Pinged off the bat.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Shot. Finds the gap with that one.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting. Shut up from the south end. Nicked it. Yeah, they've gone up here. There's no debate about that one. Gone. Fine catch.
Two down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them, and this could be a huge swing of momentum.
206 for 2.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Doesn't beat the infield. Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. New Zealand to 213 for 2. Onto that early. That could be 4.
Quickly into position, and a very successful sweep brought that boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
Too much room given. It came onto the bat really well, and a beautiful shot that just raced away.
Phillips is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Smacked away. It may carry over the fielder for a maximum.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. What a shot. He hit that one hard. No need to run.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. Yeah, well played. Could be a quick single. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Gone! Caught! Gone! Catches win matches, and that was a beauty.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Cracking shot, over pitch and got what it deserved. That's 4 more.
What a lovely shot. Flown to the boundary. That's not the type of ball to be bowling.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Just perfection. A magnificent shot. You just can't hit it any better than that. Racing away to the boundary. This is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Great shot, rode the ball up with him and cut through point.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. That is a beautiful front foot shot. No point in chasing that one.
Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive.
How will the bowler respond?
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four. Fantastic shots.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Having been hit for consecutive boundaries, really interested to see how they can bounce back with the next ball. Out! Caught!
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Over, New Zealand, 264 for 4.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Shut up from the south end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Trouble! Drilled that one away.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Nearly gets the edge. Shut up with a great delivery there. No, no, no. Terrible shot. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Gone. Great catch. And that's gone. Amazing catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Can't get that outside the ring field. Misses everything. That's a stunning stop. That was going all the way otherwise. Well, that's the end of a great display of...